climbing tangerine rose plant. All right, there's Tiny Torres, even though it says guy on there. I want you to look at this, stand back, and just be impressed by it. It is beautiful. And normally when we do our little shot roses or our little compact roses, there's not a lot of scent, they're just pretty. These, they're unbelievable. If you love roses, you will flip out over these, okay? The price is ridiculous for $19.95. Free shipping and handling will deliver it right to where you need, and everything is going out now because across the country you're good to go. And what's wonderful about these, and by the way, these will start to grow very quickly. You're gonna get this amazing rootstock, okay? And here it is like this. This is how it starts. All right, you're gonna put it in, use whatever plant food, we have plant food available if you wanna do that. You're gonna put it in, and very quickly you're going to see this thing start to go. All right, it is gonna start to sprout greenery, and before you know it, those roses are gonna be coming out. Now, we call this a climber, which means it's great on a trellis, it's great on a fence, and you can go out and you can still cut the beautiful flowers from it. Less than $20. I don't expect this one to last. It's ideal for fence poles, fences, trellis, great vertical garden. 69577 it was hard not to pick this one because it is so dang beautiful. And I love orange roses. So unusual. You don't find these everywhere. You can get one home today with free shipping and handling. Rochelle Grayer is joining us, Skyping in from Boston, Massachusetts. There she is, that bright, cheery face. Good morning, Rochelle. Rochelle, welcome into our show. These are amazing.
Oh, I've been so excited. I've had this in my office now for a week or two, and we were going to air it earlier, and then we didn't get to it, and so I'm excited that we have it now. And look at mine, by the way. It has all of the little, I haven't done anything to it yet. It's growing like crazy, and I've only just had it literally in the bag that it was shipped in for about a week. So this needs to get into the ground soon. And before I do that, by the way, I'm going to give it a good soak. That's a really good idea with bare root roses, is to just, in a bucket or a pot or whatever you have, just, get that bottom root area down here soaking for like maybe 2 hours in the water before you put it in the ground. It just makes sure that they have a really good kickstart, even though it kind of obviously doesn't need it because it's already growing like crazy. And this is going to be, this is just one of the most gorgeous roses. I am a lover of orange in the garden. I have a thing for orange, but even more so, every plant that we have this hour just smells amazing. And so that's what's so great about this. I mean, planting roses, the main reason that you want to plant them is because they smell so amazing. And this one in particular is a very spicy rose. The blooms are nice and big. They're gonna like that full sun to part shade spot, but they're a real problem solver in your landscape too. If you need to cover something up, this is gonna grow. You can grow it on a fence, you can grow it on a trellis, you can grow it in a pot like this. Although I plan to plant mine to grow kind of up the side of my barn. But it's going to get about 8 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. So it's not like a huge climber, but it's very easily managed, and just, all those blooms are going to be right there at face height. So you can just take all of that in, and that smell, which that's one thing that this particular variety is, the Tangerine Skies, is known for, is it's two things really. It's incredible scent and strong scent. That's why it was one of the picks that it was bred for, but also so that it has a lot more blooms than your average shrub rose. This is a shrub rose. This one is bred for blooms that will start late spring and go right through the summer. So you're gonna get this just constantly, which is so great.
Look at it. I mean, honestly, and obviously, this is going to get bigger and bigger as it goes. But what I love about roses especially is there's such a reward at the end of the day, when you plant them and you take care of them, and they give so much back. And remember, these are extremely fragrant. All right, you just go up and smell one and you're blown away. Imagine if you've got dozens of them on there at the same time.
They're intoxicating.
Like
so good.
You wish you could bottle that, right, Rochelle?
I buy that. I do get it bottled because I love it so much. Yeah. So I'd love it to spray it on my face. It's so nice.
Pretty.
I'm actually the type of person, when I walk through a garden center, my kids are always embarrassed that I'm burying my face in all the plants. So the fact that we have 3 plants today that are just some of the most fragrant plants that you can possibly have in your garden is so exciting to me. Yeah. It's just a complete smell overload this morning, and I love it.
You know what's wonderful too, Rochelle? I don't see orange roses that much, right?
No, and this one is a really, I mean, look at those. They're orange, but they also have this kind of variation to them. They're a little bit yellow, and they like an ombre kind of effect. I mean, they really are gorgeous with this like tangerine coral color. And to me, I mean, I love a good red rose. I love a good yellow rose, a good white rose, but this is really a little bit more unique. You don't see this color that often. And I think it's really kind of a focal point because, you know, when we see a color that we're not used to seeing, it really, you know, it catches your eye and it, you know, it kind of draws you towards it. So I personally, I plan to put mine in a real prominent place. I have a barn, and it's got a few walls that don't have anything growing up them. And I think it's a dark colored barn. Oh yeah. It's going to be set off. But honestly, I think this would look great on any color house. There's no color this wouldn't go with.
You could even set it up like we have it, you know, get a big pot and put a little vertical trellis in it and just have it. So if you've got an apartment or just a small area outside on your deck that you want to do, you could do that as well. Normally we put up our sold counter, but I think, Kyle, we have to put up our left counter on this because we are running out quickly. We had about, we had 13 or 1,400. We're already half gone, half sold out. If you want to get these, $20, free shipping. You're going to get the rootstock. Remember, you're going to get the rootstock. And what's neat about that is you're basically getting the baby, and then you watch it grow. And every year, I mean, just better and better and better. Here is the rootstock right here. And by the way, what's wonderful about Leaf and Petal too is they give you these wonderful brochures, and inside the brochure, and I'll put that down for a sec, all the information that anybody would need, even if you're not a gardener, on that plant. It's not like generic how to grow roses. It is dedicated to that particular plant and tells you how to water it, if you need to feed it, whatever, blah, 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 all the stuff. And in the back, there's a guide, and I love the back of it. This is kind of a quick reference guide that gives you all the information on what zone you're in, what type of plant. This is a perennial, so this is gonna come back year after year. Tells you about what kind of container size you need. I mean, all the questions are answered so that you can be successful. Listen, you know, everybody that works here, our buddy Doug, everybody that produces and brings us all these beautiful flowers, it doesn't do them any good if you aren't successful. So we wanna create beautiful plants, great sourcing from the nurseries, and the ability to grow it once you get it home. That's what it's all about. Okay. Yeah,
well, and the thing is,
500 remaining. If you want to get it, it could possibly sell out.
Call in.
Huh?
Sorry.
That's okay.
We have our, on the back of that brochure is also a number. If you have any trouble with any of our plants, you can call and talk to us about it. We'll help you out, whether it's pests or, you know, a fungus, or whatever. We can help you figure out what's wrong, how to treat it. But if the plant fails, and by the way, all of our perennials, which everything we have on the show, well, actually not the lavender, but they all come with